I used to think silence was easier than truth. That pretending was safer than being seen. But that night, standing in my parents' crowded living room, surrounded by the noise of laughter and judgment, I realized silence can bury you alive. The air smelled like roasted duck and old perfume. My mother's voice sliced through the chatter, "Lena, come here." And just like that, I was 12 again, obedient, nervous, performing. 70 relatives crammed into one house, every smile sharp enough to cut. My glass of cider had gone warm in my hand. I knew what was coming before she even turned toward me. "Tell everyone about your new job," she said, smiling like a woman showing off a trophy. I kept my tone flat. "I work at St. Matthew's Hospital." Mom laughed, her favorite kind of laugh. The one dipped in sugar and poison. She's being modest. Just answers phones there. But we're proud she's finally working after all that schooling. Every word landed like a slap. Aunt Lydia gave me that pitying smile she'd perfected over decades. "At least it's honest work, dear. Not everyone can be a success like your brother." My brother, Aaron, sauntered over then, polished, smug, smelling of imported whiskey and ego. "Still taking calls at the front desk, sis?" he asked, loud enough for the whole room to hear. "Someone's gotta keep the phones running, right?" I smiled. Didn't correct him. Didn't tell him that the phone that wouldn't stop vibrating in my purse wasn't a front desk call, it was an emergency alert, code black, but I stayed still. Because correcting them meant opening a door I had spent 6 years trying to keep shut. Mom said, turning to my aunt, "We tell people she's in healthcare. It sounds better than receptionist. Though after everything we spent on her education, you'd think she'd amount to more." They all laughed. Aunt Lydia nodded. Aaron raised his glass, and I took another sip of my warm cider. Then my pager buzzed again. Longer this time, code black, presidential trauma, required, chief of neurosurgery. My heart kicked into gear. 20 minutes. That's all I had before irreversible brain damage. "Lena, are you even listening?" Mom snapped. "We're talking about your future." I whispered, "I need to make a call." Aaron rolled his eyes. "See? Always distracted. No focus. That's why she's stuck where she is." I turned away and dialed. "Patel, status." "Chief, we have the President's Chief of Staff en route. Cerebral aneurysm rupture. Secret Service is on site. No one else is cleared." "I'm on my way," I said. "Prep or 1. CT, anesthesia, neuro on standby. No one touches him until I get there." When I turned back, the room had gone silent. Dozens of faces staring at me like I'd just spoken another language. "Who was that?" Mom asked. "The hospital," I said, slipping on my coat. "Emergency. Christmas Eve overtime?" Aunt Lydia tooted. "That's terrible." "Typical entry-level stuff," Aaron muttered. Then my phone rang again. "Dr. Lin," I answered. Everyone froze. "Dr. Lin," the voice said, "this is Director Hayes. The Secret Service confirmed your clearance. We're locking down the OR. ETA? 14 minutes. Keep the media out, and tell them nothing leaks until I say so." "Yes, Chief." When I hung up, the room was so quiet I could hear the clock ticking over the piano. Mom blinked. "Did that man just call you Chief?" I slipped my arms into my coat. "Yes." "Chief of what?" Aaron asked, his voice cracking with disbelief. I paused at the door. "Neurosurgery." No one said a word. Not even Mom. Then the pager went off again. 3 long pulses. The patient was crashing. "I really have to go," I said. And I left. I don't remember the drive. Just the blur of red lights and sirens echoing in my head. Secret Service cleared the route, and I reached the hospital in 11 minutes flat. "Dr. Lin." Agent Morrison met me at the entrance. "Patients in CT, massive rupture. You're the only one qualified." I didn't respond. Just walked. The world narrowed to fluorescent light and the rhythmic squeak of my shoes inside the OR. My team was ready. "Clip ready?" "Yes, Chief." "Anesthesia set?" "Stable." "All right," I said, my voice steady. "Let's save a life." The surgery took 5 hours. Every second was a war between precision and chaos. The aneurysm had exploded, blood flooding the brain's arteries like wildfire. One wrong move, and the man beneath my hands would never wake up again. Clip, I said softly. The nurse placed the titanium tool in my palm. I positioned it. Adjusted. Locked, flow stabilized, Dr. Patel called. I exhaled. Then we're done. When it was over, I stripped off my gloves and stepped into the hallway. Director Hayes was waiting with a government official in a tailored suit. Dr. Lin, he said, shaking my hand. On behalf of the president, thank you. I nodded. Just doing my job. He smiled faintly. Your record is extraordinary. Youngest chief of neurosurgery in the country. The president specifically requested you. I wanted to feel proud. But all I felt was tired. Bone deep, soul heavy tired. It was nearly 3 a.m. when I finally made it home. My phone had exploded, 43 missed calls, dozens of messages. Mom. Dad. Aaron. Aunt Lydia. I opened one. Mom, Lena, call me. Why is the news saying Dr. Lena Lin saved a government official? That can't be you. Aaron, wait, you're a surgeon? Aunt Lydia, CNN is saying you're one of the top neurosurgeons in the country. Is that true? I turned on the TV, and there it was. My photo. My name. Doctor. Lena Lin, chief of neurosurgery at St. Matthew's Hospital, successfully performed emergency surgery on a senior government official tonight. My mother called again. I answered to Lena, her voice trembled. The news, it says you're a surgeon. Neurosurgeon, I said quietly, but you told us you just worked at the hospital. I do, I said. I just stopped correcting you. Silence. Finally, she whispered, why didn't you tell us? I stared out the window at the city lights, because, I said, you never really wanted to hear it. She didn't respond. Just breathed softly on the other end of the line. Before she could speak again, my pager buzzed. Another emergency, Mom, I said, my voice steady now. I have to go. And this time, when I hung up, the silence didn't feel heavy. It felt free.